All right, live on YouTube, going live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to
IOYO.
I'm okay, you're okay. What's the show about? Just give a brief description.
It's just about different topics, different opinions, and whatever we agree, disagree, we're always okay.
Yep. Today is, of course, Sun's Day, aka Sunday, March 1st,
Yes.
2026. Yeah. So let's get into the topics today, shall we? We have here liquid soap versus normal soap. Now, you actually use normal soap, bar soap and everything, and I use liquid soap. So, and I've preferred that my entire life, and I don't think I've ever seen you use liquid soap unless there's no
I'll
other
do
choice.
hand soap if that's the only thing that's there.
Well, yeah, but I mean like, showering and everything.
In the shower.
But yeah, some people use bar soap for, hand soap and everything to still.
But, unless, now, do you use a washcloth?
No, not with bar soap. Or
liquid soap. You don't use bar soap.
No,
I'm
I
talking
just...
about in the shower.
When I wash my hands, I just soap and everything. With the shower, I do the same thing. It's just, a lot more soap because I'm just the whole body. But then I just kind of do all that. Just do a whole full body rub down and everything.
The difference is in the bar soap, I do what you're doing. I wash my hands first.
Yeah.
Rinse them off, and then I wash with the soap direct. I don't use a washcloth either.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll put soap on me.
A washcloth would be really good, or if you could somehow use the poof or some kind of, loofah or something. But I've always bar soaps. I don't know how to explain it, but whenever I think about using a bar soap in the shower, I kind of shudder because the bony areas like the wrists, the ankles, the elbows, the collarbone. Just thinking about running a solid bar of soap.
It's slick. It's slick as can be.
It's slick, but it's still solid. It's not abrasive, but it's just you just have this hard thing, bump. I don't like that. So
now, if I did use a washcloth, then I would prefer a liquid soap, only because you'd have to lather up on there with a bar of soap. The other one you can just squirt on there. But I don't like a washcloth. It doesn't slide on me good enough.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pulling it along.
Yeah.
So just direct bar right there.
Washcloth, I could see how that'd be useful for bathing, but as I say, the poof type thing, that stuff, it exfoliates and it gets in there,
Yeah.
So
well, that's all great, but I don't use one.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what do you think out there? Who likes what? You like a bar? You like liquid?
And is there any other type of soap out there? Is there
soap opera?
Well, I was thinking about is there effervescent soap?
Not effervescent. Glows in the dark.
You know what? Hold on. Glow in the dark soap. There has to be. Images. Come on, images. There we go. Yeah, so there is some glow in the dark soap. Look at that.
I would be surprised if there wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. Tesseracts. So, anyway, so that is one subject done. Moving on up. Our food, what the hell is it? If tomatoes are fruits, does that make ketchup jam, jelly, or preserves? And what is marinara sauce? Let's discuss
all
this.
All of the above. Well, tomato is a fruit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
See, but it is in the fruit family.
Yeah.
But, are we talking nutrition-wise? What the hell is our... So much of it is processed.
Well,
we don't know what the hell we're getting anymore.
Well, that's going down an entire different... I'm trying to stay on surface level. Bananas are berries.
Yes.
And strawberries are not berries.
Hey, Banana Man, you ain't into nothing.
Yeah. and cranberries are just everywhere for some reason. But no, there's so many different classifications and all these things
So what you're saying is marinara really a fruit sauce then?
Well, is marinara some kind of preserve or some kind of... Because, I also think of people who don't like pineapple on pizza. They use the argument, fruit doesn't belong on pizza. Well, they explain the sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're using, white sauce or ranch or something. But generally, people get a robust tomato sauce or something.
Is a fruit mushed up into a sauce. So, that argument goes out the window.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of pineapple on there. It's okay. I like it time to time.
Pineapple always on pizza, always, constantly. I mean, let me show you really quick what kind of memes. what kind of pizza I like. This is my ideal pizza slice.
Did you take that picture? No.
No, I actually didn't. I found that online.
Yeah, no, that isn't your plate.
But something else I'd like to try is pizza on pineapple. But yeah, all jokes aside, like, what do you think, like, ketchup is? Like, is it, you know, jam, jelly, preserves? What is marinara sauce? Is it jam, jelly, preserves?
Well,
like,
if you take the actually what it is, then it is more of a jam than anything. But you know, but that's adding sugar. Well, there's sugar and sauce, marinara sauce too.
Well, that just makes me. I just thought of something. What about salsa? There's chunks of tomato and stuff in there.
Yeah, but that's not the main ingredient.
No, but it's still in there.
Well, I don't know how you define that. It's just one of those things. Pick your poison.
And then tomato juice. V8 is technically fruit juice.
True.
Yeah.
All of this stuff that we're talking about, marinara, is all kind of it's a fruit sauce. If you actually take it for what it is.
That's wild to think about. Anyway, let's move on to some more food-related things, like our hot dogs, tacos, a cereal soup, pizza, the most confused food around. It normally they're round. They come in a square box, and then you eat it as a slice, a triangle. You're covering all sorts of shapes. But you can also have a square pizza, square box, and square slices.
Eat enough pizza, and you'll get an A in geometry.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure. Are you going for like square root or something here? Or?
No. First off, you got all the geometric figures that you're talking about: square, round, and it's a pie.
Oh wow. That was good. That was very good. That was very good. Good. Wow.
It kind of froze you in time for a second. You just went, whoa.
No, that like you're right. It's a pie, mathematics. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but like as I said, like our hot dogs, tacos.
No.
Sorry, but I have a graph. Like let me pull it up here. See right here we have a taco, we have a hot dog, we have the flour-based meat holder, the classic U shape. Like it's a 1-to-1. We have meat, yellow stuff, tomatoes.
Nothing on there matches unless you want to really stretch and call tomatoes ketchup. And if you want to do that, even though it's
tomatoes are ketchup.
I got that, but it's a different taste, different texture entirely. Look at this, different outside. One's a bun, one's a shell.
Yeah.
Ground beef. A hot dog, I don't know what that is in the way of beef. Well, but then look, nothing else matches. There's no lettuce. This has mustard. That has cheese.
You can put cheese on a hot dog.
You can, but that's not the norm. Then it's a cheese dog. Like, is it a hamburger or a cheeseburger? As soon as you put cheese on it, it's a cheese dog.
Well, I actually have something. Where is it?
Look at those buns.
Yeah, I know. Hot burger.
So they're nowhere the same, other than they fold. The only common denominator is folding. Other than that, get out of my kitchen.
There we go. See, how about this? What is that then? Is it a hot dog or a hamburger?
That looks like a couple products with cancer.
I call it a hot burger, and I'd like to try it one day.
You've had something with a hot dog and a hamburger.
I have, but it wasn't like that. Like
but in a restaurant or something.
Well, they
sliced it and flattened.
Yeah, it was the America burger from Carl's. They also had a bag of potato chips on it for the 4th of July.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, hold on, I'll show you.
But they cut the dog in half so it flattened.
Yeah. America burger. No, I'll show you. Carl's Jr. America burger. This is it right here. See, there's a hot dog, and they have
and chips,
potato chips on the hamburger.
Let's go get one.
Yeah, well, no, they're discontinued a long time ago.
Sure they
unfortunately, no, there was like a special promotion for the 4th of July, but they should come out every year because yeah. Oh yeah, this is for later. Bring back a Kosia. There we go.
Anyways, sorry, they are not the same. Nothing. Folding is the common denominator. Doesn't count.
Actually, that reminds me. Like, we had this whole conversation earlier. technically pizza is an open-faced sandwich. And you're talking about like it doesn't have an under-over, and then we were going on about how there's calzones.
Yeah, but that's a calzone, not a pizza.
But calzone is a type of pizza.
Well, you can say anything is a type of something. I mean, you're trying to make a hot dog and a taco the same because they fold.
Well, I haven't even.
Come on.
I haven't even gotten to
a calzone is a calzone.
No, but is it a ravioli?
A ravioli, that's entirely different.
No, it's the same thing. You have breading around, for the shell, and then you have the interior with the filling. It's just a pizza ravioli, very big.
Ravioli is a noodle, right?
Well, no, ravioli is a filled noodle. Like,
yeah, I know, but it's a noodle.
Well, yeah, it's a type of pasta.
Different product entirely.
But it's made of bread.
Well, oh man.
So
do you want bread on your spaghetti sauce?
Spaghetti.
Bread?
Spaghetti
it's
is
a
made
type
of bread. Spaghetti is made of bread.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to put spaghetti sauce on your? Do you want to put bread for spaghetti?
Okay.
No, it's not. Noodle's a type of bread.
What's a tomato sandwich if not normal spaghetti in a different form?
No. A tomato sandwich is a tomato sandwich.
But it's bread with tomatoes. And pasta is bread with tomatoes.
First off, are you going to put mayonnaise on your spaghetti? No.
I might.
They're not.
I might.
They're not the same.
You put peanut butter on your mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's good stuff, too.
So what's the difference of doing that to spaghetti?
Are you going to do it?
Why not?
I'm going to take you down there and have you eat it.
I'll try it.
Oh, man.
If you're going to stand by your peanut butter mayonnaise sandwich.
You know I eat that out of choice.
Yeah, and I don't know why. And I don't know why. Like you're just shitting all over this, like as you do with my ice cream soup.
Oh man, you just take two good products, milk and ice cream, and screw them both up.
It's the same thing in different stages of physics.
Oh, here we go. Noodles and bread, same thing.
Come
on.
It's of the same source.
Oh, you're not going to sell this to anybody. Bread and noodles.
But what about a calzone being just a large ravioli? And by extension, technically the Earth is a ravioli. You know?
Okay, you see how you're going. Where are you coming with that one?
Well, because there's a crust and then the filling. It's just a giant round ravioli floating in space. 25,000 miles in circumference.
That was so dumb. Move on.
But no, it fixed the dictionary definition of a ravioli.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It's a thing. It's a pocket. It's like a hot pocket.
First off, on a ravioli is anything burning in the center.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is a hot pocket a ravioli?
Hot pocket.
Hot pocket.
Oh God, what a product that is.
No, seriously, is a hot pocket a ravioli? And now, wait a minute. Would that make an uncrustable...
It says it's not made with noodles. It's got to be made with noodles if you're ravioli.
Well, no, ravioli...
But don't tell me they're the same.
No, ravioli, noodles are made of bread. We're talking about of bread, okay?
No, they're not.
A hot pocket has bread.
It's made of flour, but not of bread.
Well, flour is a type of bread.
No! Flour is the ingredients to make bread. Or noodles. You can make either one, but one doesn't make the other.
No, but it comes
of the same.
With me. Okay, no, it comes of the same source.
Yeah, well, so does everything. If you come right down to it, it all got sunshine to grow.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Since pizza is considered an open-faced sandwich, can a calzone?
Who considers that an open-faced sandwich?
The legal system. It's an actual thing. Like, hold on a second.
The legal system.
No, seriously.
And when's the last time the legal system ate a pizza?
Food theory. There you go. No, there's this channel called the Food Theorist and everything, and they had a video actually about hot dog at taco. Let's see if I can find it. But what makes a sandwich a sandwich? This is a very interesting video. I'm not going to play any of it because it's almost 18 minutes long. It's a very interesting video, but this is where I learned about. No, seriously, legal system is that you cannot have.
This is your source of knowledge. How to make it? What makes a sandwich?
But this guy actually did research. Like he looked into law. I'm not pulling shit out of my ass here. this time,
trying to pull a pizza out of your ass is what you're trying to do.
Okay. If you open a pizza store, okay, and
Do
somebody
you even know how to make pizza?
That's not the point. What I'm saying is, if a pizza store opens at this address, and then a Subway opens directly next to it, depending on certain legalities, that might be illegal because you cannot have two things right next to each other in that critical competition due to laws. Because pizza is considered an open-faced sandwich, Subway is a sandwich shop. Now you have two sandwich shops under that legal jurisdiction. They cannot be within an X amount of radius.
There's no general law like that. It has to be in your contract that you sign with the landlord.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, to fully understand what I'm saying.
And if you opened a sandwich shop right next to my sandwich shop, and the landlord let you do that, I would sue his ass.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is
these guys, the government.
These guys actually looked into legal codes and everything. So
I'll have to look at that at some later.
No, but that's where I'm coming with all of this, because pizza is legally defined as an open-faced sandwich.
Seen it, so I have nothing.
So if that's the case, then can it not be legally defined as a ravioli if it's a thing? Anyway, let's
You're getting too serious.
Well, no, I really wanted to know, but then there's a cereal soup. I think we've lingered on this topic for far too long here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this into the underbar section actually. So
I'd like some votes on this. Is ravioli made of bread?
Yes, it's made of bread. It's a bread. Anyway, speak of different things. Toilet paper, over or under? See the patent. Beards are better than mullets. So, there's some people.
What does that have to do with toilet paper?
Well, I showed you earlier, but toilet paper.
No, I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So you take a roll of toilet paper.
No,
okay?
I get that.
This is a beard.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's a mullet.
Ah, now I see.
Beards are better than mullets.
Yeah.
Like I showed you that picture earlier.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. I think we're both in agreement. It's over. That's how we have our.
Yeah.
But some people have it under.
Under, absolutely.
But I want to show, just for anybody who doesn't fully realize, the original patent of the toilet paper, and actually shows how in the perforated, you pull out the squares and everything. This is the original patent. It is over.
Okay.
So if you're doing it under, you're going against the way it was designed. You freaking lunatic.
Now here's a story from way back when. Probably teenagers.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Beards are better than mullets.
Yeah. No, that's just back ass words. I'm glad we're in agreement on this.
Yes.
Because you'd just be wrong if you were the other side of the now. Way back in the day, us not having a debate, we were discussing, which way is toilet paper roll better? Yeah, it's better over.
Yeah.
And so one guy says, "Well, what makes it better?" He says, "Come here, I'll show you." And he says, "See, it's hanging like that." He blew it, and it flipped down. Now I can take it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's smart.
Just don't get out of breath.
Yeah.
But that was funny as hell. I about fell over on the floor.
Now we're finally into what we wrote down here. Sunk ships pollute. I have no idea what this word is supposed to be. But sunk ships.
It was about the loot. About sunk ships and their gold and all that stuff.
Oh.
Who owns the rights to all that?
Oh, that was. I think we talked about that a long time ago.
We may have.
Because I know what you're talking about, but I think we spoke about that, or we were going to. I'm not sure.
But I have no idea what this note means. That's just wild.
Yeah. Well, I remember that there have been several wrecks discovered that had there was a Spanish galleon or something that was discovered or something, and Israel claimed it.
Maybe it was in Israel's water.
No, it was in the freaking tropics or something. Nowhere near.
Wow.
It was in the Western Hemisphere.
Was it an Israeli ship?
No.
Or something?
No, it was from the 1400s or something. It was some.
Were they Israeli divers?
No.
Well, they have no right to it.
But they claimed it.
Tough shit skis.
Well.
Okay, here's something somewhat, if you don't mind picking up.
Yeah.
Vaccine mandates, good or bad? obviously we had
Here's the
COVID,
thing.
but that's not what I'm focusing on.
Here's the thing.
I'm looking at. Go ahead. What's your thing?
When it comes to mandating anything, you are taking the choice away from the people, and you are basically becoming a fascist state. Like, the people are the power. If vaccines do what they do, then those who get it shouldn't have to worry about anything. Those who don't, they're not going to infect, or hurt anybody who, like, believes the vaccine. Now anyone who doesn't believe in the vaccine or anything like that, they're putting themselves at risk. That's the consequences of their actions. But by doing a sweep, now you're forcing people to do things, and you end up with situations like what we experienced just a few years ago. Swaths of people just losing their jobs, losing their kids, like, just all sorts of horrible things, all because of a mandate. No, I am completely against it.
As far as that goes, I agree with you 100%. Now, the question is, what about children going to school to stop some really bad diseases?
Well, if the parents are that concerned, they can vaccinate their kids.
Yeah, but maybe it really spreads a bad disease throughout the school because only half of them are vaccinated, so the infection will go all over the school.
As soon as you start bringing that into the...
Like smallpox.
Yeah. Well, what's stopping the government from just saying it's big? From the media exploding it, like how it happened 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, as far as kids go, I think there is somewhat of a necessity to vaccinate certain things before they go to school. Now, some schools have you got to have 32 vaccinations. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. Can't we just cull this down to 3 or 4 really bad ones, And then the other side of the coin is, if you're vaccinating and people don't get these diseases, sometimes you get one disease and it gives you immunity to far worse diseases. So then you don't get that immunity.
Yeah.
So there's those type of things too.
I just don't like the idea of mandating anything, because as soon as you start doing that, you start taking away rights from people. It's not right.
Yeah, but there's some really vicious
yeah, there are, and there have been countless examples of people overreacting to anything. Bird flu, swine flu, West Nile.
Yeah, but I'm talking about factual, really bad diseases that you don't want spreading through a school.
That we know of now. But
well, I'm just talking about factual diseases.
Yeah.
That can maim or kill you or whatever. I don't know what they all are, but like smallpox would be very.
Well, a car can maim or kill a kid. Should we start banning cars?
Well, we'd be a lot safer, wouldn't we? We'd save a lot of lives. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but we'd save a bunch of lives.
We'd save a bunch of lives if we taught people how to be responsible as well. See, as soon as you start taking things away, you're taking things away. We shouldn't be taking anything away. We shouldn't be forcing or imposing anything on people. People should be free, and anyone who fucks up, let the people decide. But as soon as you start bringing in government and everything, you are surrendering your right to choose and your right to act on your own volition to a puppet master to some degree.
Well, you have to have some degree of mandates to people. Can't go around shooting people.
Well, yeah, those are called laws.
Well, what are vaccine laws other than laws that you have to get a vaccine or you can't go to school? Same thing.
Okay. What I'm saying is, if somebody is concerned about the disease and they get vaccinated, then they're fine.
Well, not always. They don't always work 100%, but they can minimize the disease. Things like that. They don't always work. Like look at, and we brought up this one initially, was the COVID thing. They move the goalpost all the time.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated and you won't have it. Well, you won't have. Then it went to you won't. It'll minimize how much you have the COVID.
Now, see, what I'm talking about
what are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is the total breakdown of cognitive abilities, like what one of my own relatives had. Like, why don't you just get the vaccine?
Yeah.
The whole idea that because she wouldn't let us go anywhere near them until we got the vaccine, because she thought that her vaccine wouldn't work unless we had it. Remember, that was the whole thing?
Yeah, but I don't know if she really thought that, because then why would you bother getting the vaccine if you figure you're
because
if you're worried you're going to get the...
Remember, she also was involved in BLM, so she's not all up there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as you start mandating, you start giving crazy people the authority to think that they're right and everything. You start pushing. Look at the world around, look like the world around us after all the different mandates for vaccines, for this, for that. Look at the world around us. It's not a good decision.
Do you know there's still booster shots every year for
yes.
COVID?
Yes.
Crazy.
And it's not doing anything.
Crazy.
I mean, people just aren't getting it.
No, they're not.
So then
it's your choice. You want to get it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Better.
It's your choice if you want to get it. But as soon as you start mandating it,
no, I agree with you 100%. The only thing I'm on the fence a little bit about, and leaning the other way, is childhood vaccines for schools.
Well, then homeschool or something. I don't know.
Well, that's your choice.
Yeah.
You don't have to get them, but you're not going to go to a public school.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to do it for the better good of all children.
Well.
So a disease won't spread throughout the school. Anyways,
let's see. We can do one more topic here.
What do you got?
Well, let's cross off what we've already talked about. What have we talked about on here? Well, let's talk about Pluto.
Oh yeah, Pluto.
Let's talk about Pluto. So, yeah, cross this off and then cross this off. So, let's talk about Pluto. Okay.
Well,
is it a planet or not? Yes, it is a planet, but it's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. And that's only because that classification was given it because since its initial discovery, because when it was initially discovered, it was a planet, all that stuff. But since its initial discovery, other cosmic bodies in our solar system, specifically, there's 2 or 3 like large chunks of rock in our asteroid belt that are larger than Pluto. They're physically larger. They have more mass, something, whatever. They declassify Pluto as a planet. They make it into a dwarf planet. So that way, instead of our 9 planets, which are, oh God help me.
No, I'm not gonna name them all, but yeah.
Well, we got to know this. Mercury,
Jupiter,
Venus. Well, no, I'm trying to go.
Mars.
Well, no, we have the Sun. We have
no, not the Sun isn't a planet.
well, no, but we start with the Sun. It's not a planet, but that's the center. And then we have like Mercury and Venus.
Why don't you pull something up?
Well, no. I'm trying to test myself here. Earth, of course, and then Mars, asteroid belts, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Like probably not in that exact order.
Is that 8 of them?
3, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Yes, that's 8.
Okay.
And then Pluto. But the reason why it's not a planet is that if we still classify Pluto as a planet, the 2, 3, some odd, however many cosmic bodies there are in our solar system will also be classified as planets, just because they're larger in mass and size or whatever. And then we go from a solar system of 9 to a solar system of like 15 or whatever. Yeah. So,
well, here's the deal. Always the deal. I'm old school. Went to school. Now I'm old.
Same. Not as old as you, but yeah.
And
I was taught it was a planet when I was young.
I grew up with Pluto being a planet.
Same here.
And I just can't let it go because of anything but a planet. Because that's how I grew up. That's how.
Well, then, if it's going to be classified as a planet, then you have to classify the other ones.
Okay, go ahead, classify them if you want, and I'll recognize them, won't recognize them. That's my own choice. Now,
well, you have to if they're classified.
Okay, you're referring to big rocks out there.
Yes.
Isn't there something that requires a planet to be something more than a rock? Like we have a core. What's the definition of a planet, I guess?
What makes a planet a planet?
Then I'll shut up if it's just a rock.
The planet is a large, rounded astronomical body that is generally required to be in orbit around a star, stellar remnant, or a brown dwarf, and is not one itself. The solar system has 8 planets by the most restrictive definition of the term. The terrestrial planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and the giant planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The best available theory of planet information is the nebular hypothesis, which posits that an interstellar cloud collapses out of a nebula to create a young protostar orbited by a protoplanetary disk. Planets grow on this disk. Okay, so it's explaining. Here we go. The word planet comes from the Greek planetai, or wanderers. Okay, yada yada yada. This is
Yeah.
you know.
So it sounds
a
like it's
deep
more
delve.
orbiting than what's it actually made of, like the core or whatever.
Well, there is. Here we go. According to the IOYO definition, there are 8 planets in the solar system. Yada yada yada. The planets in the solar system can be divided into categories based on their composition. Terrestrials are similar to Earth, with bodies largely composed of rock and metal, like Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Earth is the largest terrestrial planet in our solar system. Giant planets are significantly more massive than the terrestrials, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They differ from the terrestrial planets in composition. The gas giants Jupiter and Saturn are primarily composed of hydrogen and helium and are most massive planets in the solar system. Saturn is 1/3 as massive as Jupiter at 95 Earth masses.
So they don't even consider Pluto at all,
No.
dwarfed or otherwise.
No. One satellite of Pluto, Charon. So that's talking about the satellites, the moons. Here we go. Dwarf planets are gravitationally rounded, but have not cleared their orbits of their bodies. In increasing order, average distance from the Sun, the ones generally agreed among astronomers are Ceres, Orcus, Pluto, Haumea, Quaotar, Makemake, Gong, Eris, and Sedna. Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt, located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The other 8 are all orbit beyond Neptune. Orcus, Pluto, Haumea, Quaotar, and Makemake orbit in the Kuiper belt, which is a second belt of small solar system bodies beyond the orbit of Neptune. Gong and Eris orbit in the scattered disk, which is somewhat further out, and unlike the Kuiper belt, is unstable towards interactions with Neptune.
So there's all kinds of dwarf planets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll go from 9 planets to like 15 or 20 something. Where was it here?
Well, I'm not a scientist.
Ceres, Orcus, Pluto, Haumea, Quaotar, Makemake, Gong, Eris, and Sedna. Okay, so that's 9, 8, 16, 17. We have 17 planets. If we're going to call Pluto a planet, we'll have 17 planets in our solar system.
I'm not a scientist. Pluto's a planet.
Well, then I guess so are all these.
Yeah.
And we're about a half hour. That's good for a show right there. Unless you want to continue.
No, it's a half-hour show is what we try to do.
All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go check to see if we have any comments. Nothing on YouTube. Anything on Rumble? No. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, man, you're okay.
Yeah.
So that goes it with this. Please check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. And all the stuff that we've collected. It hasn't been much, though. That's this one food theory thing. But you know what? I'll throw in this planet. What planet? Oh, wait, no, that's the Ecosia search. Oh, well. Anyway, yeah, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is. We do have a history show coming up in an hour and a half or so. But, yeah, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Where's the thing? There's the thing. In the stream here and in...